Hello YouTube, and here's a video about Banjo-Kazooie, of how it's the best game for Nintendo 64. It's made by this awesome company, was awesome company, who also made Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3, and DK64, and some other games, but they weren't as famous. So, yeah, well, it was bought by Microsoft, but I was reading an article that was saying that Nintendo is trying to get the rights back to Banjo-Kazooie and, also the other games, because Microsoft is not doing anything with the games. And that's why I made that teaser trailer of the Banjo-Kazooie being played on the Wii U. And I was to say how Banjo-Kazooie goes is, well, I'll put some stuff on the screen right now. Well, actually, no, I already did that, so never mind. I'm not going to put stuff on the screen. Maybe I will, but maybe I won't. So, yeah. But anyway, the story's simple. Your sister gets captured by a witch and all that. He defeats her, she gets stuck under a rock. Then after that game, there was a sequel. Banjo-Kazooie, I don't know what it was actually called, Grandma's Revenge, when she was put in a robot body. And it had the same gameplay, even for Game Boy Advance game. I do not have a game because I do not have a Game Boy Advance game. It was supposed to be on the 3DS, but since Nintendo doesn't have the license to Rail in the Banjo-Kazooie stuff, so yeah, I can't really show that game because I don't have it. And I do, and in my computer I could download the ROM, but it's like, but no, because then the buttons are screwy. I have to use a keyboard. You can't use a control system now. Not the ROM. But then, okay, after that was, because that happened in between Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Now, Banjo-Tooie have been, well, before I go on to Banjo-Tooie, let me explain something about the middle one that I do not have, but I have seen a YouTube playthrough of it because I wanted to see how the game goes. And basically it goes, they still have the moves, they know how to swim and blah 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 blah. Basically, at the end, she tells the monster dude, I have no clue what his name is. The big green dude, I don't know what his name is, but she tells him to call his sisters. And Banjo and Kazooie were saying, now maybe we could finally get a card game going and we could actually finish it. So then Banjo-Tooie happened. It begins out, with the green guy's name is, sitting by a rock. Well, actually begins saying 2 years have passed since Banjo and Kazooie have defeated Grandhilda. And yeah, so it's really neat, I gotta say, like how they build up the story and all that. Because, and also what's really neat is, like, every move that you learn in Banjo-Kazooie, you have in Banjo-Tooie. Now that's what I love about this. Now, for you guys who don't get it, because most games, because see, now everyone just likes Call of Duty, Halo, Grand Theft Auto, So, you're just buying stuff, but most platformers, you have to relearn the whole stuff all over again. But they perfected it. But instead in Banjo-Tooie, they perfected, some of the moves, a little bit. And then you'll even learn even more moves in the game. So you have every single move that you learned from the first game, as soon as you started up. And it's like, that's amazing. I know in the second one you also get to play as Mumbo, that's why he's on the thing, right next to Banjo and Kazooie. So who replaces Wumba. I think that's her name. I don't know how to pronounce them sometimes. So yeah, and hopefully Nintendo does get the rights to these games, and there will be one for the Wii U because it makes sense. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of Nintendo or whatever, but you gotta understand, Nuts and Bolts was not anything like this. You could walk around, but what was the main thing? Colors in that game? Colors? Oh, yeah. And so that defeats the whole purpose of these two games. I think Microsoft, I don't want to hit on this. I just think Microsoft is one of those companies that could take a great game and just destroy it. Sort of like LJN, in the past of the NES and Super Nintendo. Don't know LGN? Type in AVNG mode, and you find out. I think it's that long though. Anyway. So yeah, that's all I really gotta say about these two games. I might do some playing of the games, maybe not walkthrough, just to show you guys how great these games are. And if they would make a new one, it would be just fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And before I go, one other thing that was also great about these games is, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. See, they technically have a cheat system in it. This one has a major cheat system. See, but the funny thing about this cheat system is it's actually pretty funny. Do you know why? Because in Banjo-Kazooie, see, you could do this cheat. They knew they entered it in. If you type in Cheeto, type in Jiggy Wiggy special something. There's something like that. It would unlock every single stage in the game. So you could just going around getting the music notes, just learning every single move. Then you could get a Quintilda without even getting another Jiggy. You only have to get one Jiggy in the whole game. But here's the catch that everyone knew from this one. If you weren't paying attention during this game, or if you don't remember anything from this game, you're not going to beat it. Because before you go to Grand Hilda, you have to go through both of these games. This one's a little bit easier in my opinion. It's because I only did it once, but both of these have game shows. In this one you enter some amount, but you're walking through. In this one you're voicing her sisters, and then the last round you just have to get 15 points or higher or something like that. I think it's like that. And so yeah, but it's great because if you don't go through the game, you're not going to be beating this. I'm serious. Unless if you get very lucky. But have fun. Spending numbers like 5 hours just trying to pass this test. And then if you think about it, you could have used that 5 hours to just play the game. And then you could beat Grand Theft in like whole mission, that part of the game. Not the last part. The boss is always a pain. You could beat Grand Theft question thingy in like a couple minutes. And once they go a couple minutes, I really made a couple minutes. And also, when I show some gameplay on these two, I'm actually going to be doing it on the N64. Why? Because I like the logo better. Because it has the little thing walking across. The Xbox's thing is all better, and it has this symbol spinning. Which it's not. It's just gold on the Xbox. So yeah, and also the reason why I'm also doing it on them, on this N64, is the show Because like, no, they're on the Xbox, and I do have them on the Xbox, but the reason why is because I'm sort of like in a way gonna compare it to nuts and bolts, and to show how better graphics don't make a better game. Because sure, the graphics in, you know, nuts and bolts are amazing because it's on the 360, but it's just like it has no soul, it has no life, it has no purpose to it. Okay, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh with that game, but I have a right to, because see, there's a difference. Like, let's just say if it was called pirate versus sea witch or something like that. You know, you're a pirate and you have to force the sea witch, and it's like that. Then I wouldn't mind. You know why? Because it's a new game. You know, you don't know how the story goes, so yeah, it's already fine. It's good for it. Yeah, because everything's already planned out. But when you have a title like Banjo-Kazooie, and you have 3 games before this, because I am counting the handheld, because it still has the music and the note sounds and everything similar to it. I still count that. And you have these 3 games, but mostly everyone has only played these 2. And then you just completely ignore all of that. Then that's why you get mad. See, even with Mario Sunshine, sure they changed the stars to shines, but you're still doing the same thing. You know, you're still collecting shines, you're still going through different missions to get the shines, you're still doing all these fun activities. You know, and as soon as you get some amount of shines, you face off with Bowser, then you beat the game. And I know you don't have to get the 7 Shadow Marios, but technically, when you get the 7 Shadow Marios, you still have about like 60 shines anyway, so it's like, yeah, it's still fun. It's still a fun game. But with the nuts and bolts, it's just like, we're just gonna ignore all that. We'll show them. See, that's what I'm saying, because when you have a formula, and it's different with Mario 64 and the old Mario games, because you know how old Mario games you get a flag or just reach the end of the level. Mario 64 changed to get stars, but that was because it went into a 3-dimensional type of thing. If the nuts and bolts would go into a 2-dimensional thing, I don't know why I'd do that. But then maybe it would have worked. But it didn't. Because it didn't go 2-dimensional. And it had this type. I didn't care if it would have called it goat and Robin. Goat and Robin. I wouldn't have cared, because it wouldn't have anything to do with these great icons. And Microsoft just destroyed them. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if you would like another Banjo-Kazooie game, if you would like Nintendo to make it. Because the article, they're all trying to get these people, the bear on the border people, back, the real people back, and then get the license to this game. So yeah, now thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Sorry for no intro, just felt like I didn't need one for this video.